All right, you guys, welcome to the live. Welcome to this live. Welcome to the live, you guys. Welcome to the live. Now, before we get started, you guys, I'm going to need you guys to like, share the video. Welcome to the live again. We got to talk about this. I got a lot to cover today. Los Angeles fires is a biggest cover up. Could Diddy be coming home? Breaking news. Diddy claimed freak off tapes with Cassidy is 100% consensual. Welcome to the live, you guys. Welcome to the live. Wait till some of you guys time in. Welcome to this live, you guys. I'm going to wait till some of you guys time in. Before we get started here. Wait till some of you guys time in. Now, Los Angeles fires is one of the biggest cover-ups. What they don't tell you, that Jay-Z and Beyonce home was burned last month. This had been the biggest cover-up in history. Wait till some of you guys time in before I get started. I'm going to roll the video and give you guys time to time in.
I cried my eyes out.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution.
This is the type of indictment you would expect from someone in the mafia.
They are making this case, in my opinion, as a takedown of a successful black man.
The freakout sometimes lasted days at a time, involving multiple commercial sex workers.
I've spoken to about a half a dozen of these different men involved, and I asked them, was there any indicia of lack of consent? And they said, absolutely not.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
How do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
He has a big house he buys in bulk. I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. Have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
When I saw the video with Cassie running for her life, I cried my eyes out.
I'm going to show that video over and over and over about what happens to women that won't change their stories.
Combs did not do this all on his own.
If there are higher up people that are still famous right now that are on these videos, Hollywood is going to just implode.
Does this compel you to put him on the stand?
I don't know that I could keep him off the stand. I think he is very eager to tell his story.
We have obtained video of Diddy's arrest on Monday night. And I have to say, he was blindsided.
Sean Diddy Combs was taken into federal custody in New York. This according to TMZ.
We're told it happened in a Midtown Manhattan hotel where Combs had been staying, and according to sources talking to TMZ, this actually came a day earlier than originally expected.
The world-famous Sean Diddy Combs is expected to be arraigned on federal charges this morning following a grand jury indictment.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution.
Diddy, among other things, he has been accused of sex trafficking, engaging in a conspiracy to foster prostitution, racketeering, kidnapping, narcotics offenses, arson, bribery. That is the beginning.
The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses.
The indictment alleged some of Combs's employees helped set up freak-offs in which women were forced into sex acts with male prostitutes.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Prosecutors now say when this notorious video was taken, Cassie was actually fleeing a wild freak-off.
I mean, this has gotten very, very scary. Hollywood's in trouble. Hip-hop and R&B is in trouble.
Sean Diddy Combs has pleaded not guilty to several federal charges. We are learning in just the last few minutes that a federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail.
He is going to be behind bars until his trial begins, whenever that is.
Sean Combs really fought to stay out of this place where his attorney called conditions horrific, but the judge sent him back, finding Diddy a danger to women.
We're appealing the decision to hold him without bail.
TMZ is also reporting Diddy was placed on sick.
Announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution.
This is the type of indictment you would expect from someone in the mafia.
They start making this case, in my opinion, as a takedown of a successful black man.
The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involving multiple commercial sex workers.
I've spoken to about a half a dozen of these different men involved, and I asked them, was there any indicia of lack of consent? And they said, absolutely not.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
How do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
He has a big house he buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
When I saw the video with Cassie running for her life, I cried my eyes out.
I'm going to show that video over and over and over about what happens to women that won't change their stories.
Combs did not do this all on his own.
If there are higher up people that are still famous right now that are on these videos, Hollywood is going to just implode.
Does this compel you to put him on the stand?
I don't know that I could keep him off the stand. I think he is very eager to tell his story.
We have obtained video of Diddy's arrest on Monday night, and I have to say, he was blindsided.
Sean Diddy Combs was taken into federal custody in New York. This according to TMZ.
We're told it happened in a Midtown Manhattan hotel where Combs had been staying, and according to sources talking to TMZ, this actually came a day earlier than originally expected.
The world-famous Sean Diddy Combs.
Welcome to the live, you guys. Welcome to the live. We got a lot to cover today. Welcome to the live. Los Angeles fires is the biggest cover-up in LA history. Now, could Diddy be coming home? Now, we have breaking news here. Diddy claimed freak-offs of these tapes with Cassidy was 100% consensual. So we definitely got to talk about this. Now, I want to talk about the Jay-Z and Beyonce home was burned last month, which is the biggest cover-up that they ain't told you guys, what the black news is covering. And I've been watching the white news. Everything that they've been covering is 100% right. We got over 23 deaths in the fire. Well, I say 24 deaths. You got 23 people still missing. So I'm going to roll this tape, you guys. But I want to say Los Angeles fires has been the biggest cover-up in LA history. Now, Rack 100 came out saying that Diddy could be coming home. And President Donald Trump, you know, will set up a partition. But, you know, fam, I think it's very slim here in this situation with Diddy with all these allegations, and with Tony Buzzy got over 20, well, I say over 120 co-conspirators. So I'm gonna roll this tape, you guys, but could this be one of the biggest cover-ups that we see with this wildfire that been going on in LA and still going on? So we got over 24 deaths and over 23 people that's still missing. So I'm gonna roll this tape, you guys. Please join the live. Please share the live. Please hit the like button. Let's get this started.
Is expected to be arraigned on federal charges this morning following a grand jury indictment.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution.
Diddy, among other things, he has been accused of sex trafficking, engaging in a conspiracy to foster prostitution, racketeering, kidnapping, narcotics offenses, arson, bribery. That is the beginning.
The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses.
The indictment alleged some of Combs' employees helped set up freak-offs in which women were forced into sex acts with male prostitutes.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Prosecutors now say when this notorious video was taken, Cassie was actually fleeing a wild freak-off.
I mean, this has gotten very, very scary. Hollywood's in trouble. Hip-hop and R&B is in trouble.
Sean Diddy Combs has pleaded.
Hollywood's in big trouble, man. What they don't fail to tell you, the black news, they is covering up the fires, y'all. Beyonce and Jay-Z houses was burned down since last month. Their Malibu house was burned down. What they don't tell you guys, man. Hollywood has the biggest cover up because you know why, fam? They know that a lot of people will go down. And these, you know what I mean, freak off that Diddy had through. So with this being said, Los Angeles fires is one of the biggest cover up in LA history. Now, could Diddy be coming home? Now, Rack 100 is saying that he's 100% sure that Diddy's going to come home. And that right now, the breaking news today that I want to, share with you guys, Diddy claimed freak off tapes with Cassidy was 100% consensual. Now, could this be true? I'm just going to roll the tape, wait till some of you guys time in, get you guys a minute to time in. Please share the live, you guys. Like I said, this is one of the biggest cover-ups in LA. You know, we got over 24 deaths, 23 people is missing. The fire is still going on. They got a new fire in Ventura. You know, so you guys, please share the live, like the live, enjoy the live. Let's get this thing going.
Not guilty to several federal charges. We are learning in just the last few minutes that a federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail.
He is going to be behind bars until his trial begins, whenever that is.
Sean Combs really fought to stay out of this place where his attorney called conditions horrific, but the judge sent him back, finding Diddy a danger to women.
We're appealing the decision to hold him without bail.
TMZ is also reporting Diddy was placed on suicide watch at the detention center that he's being held at in New York.
Your reaction to this really stunning indictment?
I'm very surprised, Harvey, that you say you're stunned. What, you need another decade of Sean, a.k.a. Puffy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Love Combs, brutalizing women, stunning? I'm only stunned it took so long.
Diddy has dodged a lot of legal bullets in the past. Does this one feel different to you?
It does. This one feels different. As you know, Harvey, you don't have...
Now I want to say the Cassie beating has brought this case even more interesting now. Now, Diddy could have settled. You know, if Diddy would have settled with this case, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this. But I want to roll this footage right quick. I want you guys to hear this footage where Rack 100 came out and he said he's 100% sure that Diddy's going to be coming home. I want you guys to hear what Rack 100 feel about the Diddy situation, man. That you got Donald Trump. Gotta remember, Donald Trump was at the freak off. And, you know, Donald Trump is going to serve one term because of his allegations. But Donald Trump, for some reason, is going to support Diddy in his situation. I want you guys to hear what Rack 100 says right here in this video. Bear with me. Bear with me, you guys.
No, that ain't no. And you don't stay in there. Did he come out?
Time only. Call option 1 plumbing to get a free water heater flush and a 20-point inspection. Our technician will check your.
Oh. Yeah, I believe he's gonna come on. Did he come on? I think it's gonna be a listening to that recording to his son. Yeah. And that nigga said, did you reach out? He said, yeah, Jay-Z ain't reached back. Said it, right? When you looking at that, what's going on and really what's happening now, believe it or not, that's one with Jay-Z with that situation is helping Diddy on the lawsuit side because it's killing credibility of what might be said on
I'm a lawyer.
Right?
I'm a lawyer too.
Now, what's deeper than that is when you get niggas like Jay-Z involved and others involved, it be some other underlying shit going on. I believe that when that nigga trial start, remember I told y'all this, I'm not going to say it's going to be just as thugs, but she'll start breaking down and people going to start catching amnesia, or I don't really know why I was coerced. I think they're going to start kicking it. I believe Diddy going to come home, bro. Now, the liquor company didn't deal what they wanted to do. They didn't put him in the position
let him sit up for a minute.
He had to submit. And he had to sign over. He had to break that shit down. They didn't deal what they had to do. But I don't think they're going to get him. It's too many wishy-washy things going on, right? And I just believe, bro, because they still haven't told us what exactly they got on it. Saying we charged him with a RICO, saying he's part of a criminal empire that does trafficking. We know they're not gonna find Diddy shipping people off.
It ain't just trafficking, those racketeering, is arson, it's like 6-7 charges.
Yeah, but arson,
that's crazy how they
arson where though?
Arson is one of the biggest causes. Arson is everywhere.
That's just not in the case.
You're never gonna prove that, bro.
Not the case.
That's hearsay. That's hearsay, bro. The nigga was somebody. I don't get, bro. You know how many niggas go home and a lot of y'all slap shit.
Yo, y'all ain't see this new interview with the dialogue with the nigga Chopper?
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Chopper from New Orleans.
But that shit is
yo, that nigga been saying a little too much. He gonna be on the stand.
But niggas don't care about that personal life.
You talking about fighting the case, bro? Think about what no nigga talking about. We have,
you know what I'm saying? Say he bumped into Cassie in Vegas some years back, and she told him about the shit with Kid Cudi.
So what does that mean?
But that shit don't matter. That shit don't got still hearsay. It's hearsay.
Tell me you got no nigga that said I know the people want to pay to blow the car.
Exactly.
Much on that.
But let me just say this: there's evidence of arson. I'll just say that.
Of course, the car blew up. There ain't no evidence that he had it done.
Yeah, ask the question though. If it comes out to find out with the way that they supposed to be charging trafficking now, but as a saying, if he's paying people to come at these parties, and it comes to find out that that's what he was doing through a third party, or it was him, would that be liable for anything?
Yeah, bro. They saying right now, bro, the way they running flying thing.
Hold on. Exactly. That's crazy. You can hit him with some. What you was? That's it. No.
They saying just simply flying bitches in is trafficking now.
Yeah, see that whole
like a chick on social media, you fly into your city, nigga. That's trafficking. That's what they classify.
And this is what I'm asking. This is what I'm trying to ask. If that's the case, right? And they're basically saying he's the pimp, and he's flying workers. And basically, at that point, that's what they say. They're workers once he flies them in to come have. Are they gonna try to charge him like he's a pimp with this, or am I bugging?
No, they try to use it as a reason. He got where they going wrong at is they charging this nigga like, they found people chained up in the basement.
Now you see where I'm going at it with a whack.
They overcharging him. What they should have just did, they charged him, hit him with a RICO. This is why they kept it in New York, because they the one kicked off that RICO back in the mob days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I just believe it's gonna start falling apart on. Because remember, Cassie is not part of the case. That's not part of his charges.
But see, listen, I know why they kept it in New York. I mean, like if you don't know, 98% conviction rate. 98% conviction rate. Niggas basically just cop out.
But isn't all that main DA nigga dropped off? This nigga quit. Remember, they picked up all the shit from that center.
All this right now. Trump being in that office.
They wasn't trying to say what is supreme. That's another thing, right? Hold on, that's another thing right there. Yep.
All
that's his man. That's his man.
Let's not forget, we just watched Trump get found guilty with no jail time.
Yeah.
Only appeal to that.
And got other shit thrown out too, though. Got the DA thrown out of it. They wrote the shit in Georgia. She out of there. Do you think that there's along the lines that Trump is going to use him to do what he wanted to do, is basically convict a lot of people for nasty things? Because Diddy has that's what I'm trying to ask. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna work with him to not, like, you're gonna listen. What you're gonna be. What's my man from that movie from Harlem? What's his name? Frank Lucas. You're gonna be Frank Lucas. You're gonna snitch on all these other people. We're gonna let you go.
Trump don't care about that. That's what the DA care about. All Trump care about is creating enough relationship and enough resource. Put it like, literally, right? Well, my man from the embassy, because he online with the DA out here in LA, right? They got some business going on. Then I got the lady that's working directly with Trump, right? And I done put them together.
Hey, want to know how I got this $50,000 check for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago? Look, if you've been
together. Now, if you paid attention to who was supporting the other side when Trump was running, then you'll pick up what I'm putting down. I just leveraged the situation for a certain individual, right, to where Trump is now directly involved, right, and bring this little nigga home and allow him to stay in the States. Now, remember I told you this. So come
my son? You talking about son out there?
Look, come summertime, when y'all see him pop up and he free.
You talking about son from out there? Nigga from up there, okay.
Yeah, right. Because this whole thing is, you had bringing you out dancing on stage? Okay. Yeah, I'll help him out. Trump on some shit like that. He's like, yeah, what? Wait. This is, okay, hold on. All right. You know what? Yeah, I think we can do something. Yeah, put me on.
For a favor.
Yeah, because in his mind, this is slapping Carmela's face. You know what I'm saying? I was working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to help him get out. How about that?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a fact.
Hold on.
That's a fact.
You talking about?
Yeah. You talking about something? Yeah. You want to bring in a shaker kid? I'm bringing son home. Yeah, laugh about that. And she would have got a little restraining order. She know that shit about to come now. I need a restraining order to marry in jail.
Nigga in jail, you got restraining order on the nigga. Listen, Nebraska. What is that about? Nebraska, pay attention. If you've been watching my social media, and you will see, oh, he talking to whack every day. All you gotta do is pay attention to the flyers and who on the drops. It be shit going on that these people. That's why you safe. Listen, that's a fact. Ain't nobody gonna touch that nigga. So right. When
If he release him, right? Let's say Trump released Diddy. How you think black people gonna feel about Trump after that? They gonna look at him like, yo, you releasing a monster, or they gonna say, yo, this nigga Trump may be cool as
well? Don't look at Diddy as a monster, bro.
What?
Yes, they do. No, they not. Yes, they do right now. What, bro? The worst thing they got is him putting whipping on that girl. That's whipping on that girl. Look at that nigga. They don't got Diddy beat no kids. Select old boy, and call you and put Diddy on the phone. And put Diddy on the phone. No. Yeah. That nigga said he called us. Yeah, Diddy, come here. No, he definitely called and talked to Act and put him on the phone. They're in the same unit. You know, they're gonna go to the same unit. Luigi too. Yeah, so nigga said Louis. Yeah. But you know, at the end of the day, I believe he's gonna come home. I believe Tory Lanez gonna come. Tory Lanez will be home this year.
Alright, man. So as y'all heard from that, Wack seems to believe that Diddy will be coming.
As y'all heard now, y'all not hearing it from me, but you're hearing it from Rack 100. Rack 100 is 100% sure that Diddy will be coming home, and that they got false accusations against him. But we got to talk about this, that they still got the arson, they still got the sex trafficking. But like I said, Rack 100 is 100% sure that through Donald Trump, because you got to remember Trump was at these freak-offs. So you got to remember how when Trump was president in 2016, how he let out black people from prison. So, you know, could this be true? Could Diddy beat his case? Because right now, breaking news have Diddy claim that the freak-off tapes with Cassie was 100% consensual. So could he be coming home? Could he beat his case?
Diddy, among other things.
And I want to say this too, fam, that the Los Angeles fires has been the biggest cover-up in LA history. It's been over 24 death total. 23 people still missing. And now I want to say what Jad Wright been saying, that she exposed 20 Hollywood rappers. And she said that she is not going to name the names till she gets on her podcast. So I won't be surprised. You know, Diddy in jail, they saying that he got this STD. Don't know where he got it from. But there's a lot of rumors, you know what I mean, circulating. So we got to get on to this, fam. You know, I want to talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce home have been burnt down since last month and has been the biggest cover-up. See what they don't tell us, fam. They don't tell us about the news. They cover these news on black news. Now, if you look at the right news is telling everything right now. But right now, in the black news, it's been the biggest cover-up, you guys. So, you guys, please share this video. Hit that like button. Let's get this thing going.
He has been accused of sex trafficking, engaging in a conspiracy to foster prostitution, racketeering, kidnapping, narcotics offenses, arson, bribery. That is the beginning.
The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses.
The indictment alleged some of Combs's employees helped set up freak-offs in which women were forced into sex acts with male prostitutes.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Prosecutors now say when this notorious video was taken, Cassie was actually fleeing a wild freak-off.
I mean, this has gotten very, very scary. Hollywood's in trouble. Hip-hop and R&B is in trouble.
Sean Diddy Combs has pleaded not guilty to several federal charges. We are learning.
I want you guys to understand something. What Diddy said in prison, he used some coal. He says, burn the pizza. You know, what is that saying? That's saying burn Hollywood. Get rid of all the evidence. You know, Hollywood right now have a death toll of 24 people. 23 people is missing. The wildfire is still going on. They got a new wildfire in Ventura. So, you guys, this is one of the biggest cover-ups. And like I said, Justin Bieber has unfollowed Usher. So what's really going on? You know, what's really going on? Jay-Z and Beyonce is running. You know what I mean? Because their Malibu house was burnt last month. See, what they're not telling us about the news, you guys. And Tony Buzzy got over 120 co-conspirators. So, you guys, things is really looking ugly right now. You know, like I said, Cassie still got feelings for Diddy. You know, she coming out saying that, yeah, the freak off was 100% consensual. So, you guys, like I said, you guys, this is one of the biggest cover-ups in LA history. You know, I won't be surprised when Trump, you know what I mean, when he step in office doing his inauguration. You know, like I said, he's a good friend of Diddy's. He was at these freak-offs, so I won't be surprised, man, if he gets off, man. I won't be surprised. There's a lot of people talking about this, man. You know, Rack 100 is talking about it, man. You know what I mean? You can go, you know what I mean? You can go to his YouTube channel and see what he's talking about, man. I just played the video shortly, you know, so he's talking about he's 100% sure that Diddy will, you know what I mean, come home, man. Because they got so much false accusation. But like I said, fam, we got to talk about the Austin. You know what I mean? We gotta talk about the sex trafficking. You know what I mean? Now we got these wildfires that's been going on. You know, Diddy is charged in this Austin. You know what I mean? So how is he, you know what I mean, going to get off? And not only that, the beating that he had with Cassie, you know, it's going to be hard for him to get off, you know. But like I said, you know, they got 9 videos of the freak offs, and that Cassie came out saying that most of these freak offs was consensual. So I don't know, fam, but I do know one thing. There's a lot of accusation on Diddy right now as we speak. But as far as Rack 100 is saying that Diddy could be coming home.
Just the last few minutes that a federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail.
He is going to be behind bars until his trial begins, whenever that is.
Sean Combs really fought to stay out of this place where his attorney called conditions horrific, but the judge sent him back, finding Diddy a danger to women.
We're appealing the decision to hold him without bail.
TMZ is also reporting Diddy was placed on suicide watch at the detention center that he's being held at in New York.
Your reaction to this really stunning indictment?
I'm very surprised, Harvey, that you say you're stunned. What, you need another decade of Sean, a.k.a. Puffy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Love Combs, brutalizing women, stunning? I'm only stunned it took so long.
Diddy has dodged a lot of legal bullets in the past. Does this one feel different to you?
It does. This one feels different. As you know, Harvey, you don't have the feds raid your homes unless they have something of substance, something significant.
Federal law enforcement agents have raided properties owned by musician and producer Sean Diddy Combs.
There's got to be something there in order for them to put themselves in a position with someone who is so powerful, who can retaliate, who has the authority and the means.
I've been telling you guys, if you go to my last videos, you know, that Diddy got something going in the inside. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people coming out saying Diddy got something going from the inside jail, that he's a part, you know what I mean, of having these fires started. You know, I won't be surprised. Nothing surprised me. You know what I mean? To get rid of evidence, to get rid of witnesses. You know what I mean? The fire is still going on in LA. You know what I mean? Last time I checked, it was at 33, you know what I mean, containment. So, you know what I mean? And then he's tried with that offset, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, sexual traffic, you know what I mean? The sexual, you know what I mean, misconduct that he had with children, and not only that, we got to talk about the 13-year-old. So there's a lot of these, you know what I mean, allegations. You know what I mean? Don't know if they false allegations. You know what I mean? Rap 100 came out saying that he will beat his case because they got a lot of these false allegations in this RICO charge. So you gotta remember, man, Diddy have been, you know what I mean, he been let go. You know, you gotta remember that during the New York shooting that they had when he was with, you know what I mean, Jennifer Lopez, and like I said, Shine took that rap. He did that 10-year bid. You know what I mean? Diddy had just been getting away with a lot of things, you know what I mean? And now there's a lot of things just piling up on him. He got this, you know what I mean, Austin, you know what I mean, case. You know what I mean? I just don't know, fam, how he's gonna, you know what I mean, you know, move from the case that he has. You know what I mean? Case is pending. You know, you got the sexual assault, you know what I mean, with Cassie, you know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest there, you know what I mean? He could have settled, you know what I mean? And like I said, fam, we wouldn't be talking about this right now, you know what I mean, with the Cassie situation, you know what I mean? Now, Cassie is trying to save herself now. She's because she got an allegation on her, so now she's trying to do anything to save herself, coming out saying that, yeah, we got 9 new tapes saying that, yeah, the, you know what I mean, the freak off was 100% consensual. You know, like I said, you got Rap 100 saying that, you know what I mean, when Trump stepped in office during his inauguration, you know what I mean, he'll look at things, and, you know, gotta remember Trump is a, you know, he's a good friend of Diddy's. You know what I mean? He was at the freak off. So, like I said, Trump got his own legal situation. So I don't know how things going to play out from here. You know what I mean? Diddy knew, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Austin, you know what I mean? Austin that he had, you know what I mean? And the sexual, you know what I mean, misconduct, the sexual assaults, you know what I mean? And like I said, man, there's a lot of things, you know what I mean, that's flowing right now. You know, so guys, I don't know how this thing gonna play out through his trial, you know.
To be able to fight cases, to put yourself in that position, there must be something there.
Let's switch our focus to the government. In my opinion, I'm just going to say it the way it is. No friend historically of the successful black man. Okay? None. And they start making this case, in my opinion, as a takedown of a successful black man.
I think what is interesting and what was surprising to me was when I read the indictment, I dissected the indictment, and I looked at count 2, which is the sex trafficking count, the sex trafficking by force, coercion, and fraud. It only names one victim.
Hey, Khalfani Howard, how do you feel about all the allegations with Diddy going on right now?
And I believe that's Cassie, his longtime girlfriend, it only names that one victim, where there's so many women who've come forth with civil claims, looking for money, making allegations against them. Now, there's only one named victim in that count, and that's the count that everyone seems to be talking about, that he's involved in sex trafficking and he's using force and coercion. It's one named victim in that count, and that's surprising to me considering the amount of alleged victims there are in this case.
Do you think the fact that your client is a very big celebrity played a part in the Fed's decision to indict him?
I think it played the biggest part. I think it played a prominent part. I think that if he's not a big celebrity, he's just going about his life, without interference from the U.S. government.
Even though a lot of people now claim that they basically had knowledge of this, and it certainly was whispered about prior to it becoming common knowledge, I do think that it's probably one of the most seismic events in the history of hip-hop.
I have never read 14 pages that contained so much shocking information and allegations.
This is the type of indictment you would expect from someone in the mafia, not somebody who runs a clothing line.
Matter of fact, you can call me Sean John.
An alcohol brand.
Let's be clear. Ciroc is for the culture.
Someone who was at the top of the hip hop world.
What I wanna do? Wanna be the
parties. I mean, I remember back in the day the allure of a Diddy white party.
You gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things.
Everyone wanted to be there. It was so secretive. And to know that these parties will be on Front Street, we are gonna hear what happens, not just at these parties, but obviously these after parties. I kind of am hoping to hear the details, even as terrible and sordid as it may be, because it's astonishing that these things could be happening right underneath people's noses, very famous people.
If you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. Right. Gotta keep them there. Right.
Look, Hollywood can run, but they can't hide from the trouble, man. These fires ain't been started for nothing, fam. If Diddy did this in the inside, man, just think about it, man. Just think about it. Jay-Z and Beyonce, Malibu house was burnt, man. They had it on the black news, man. You can't believe what you hear, fam. Everybody believing that these fires, this happened. This to be happening. Nah, this was to destroy evidence in Hollywood, man. This was to destroy all the evidence that's been going on in Hollywood, man. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of these tapes, but if you get a fire, to spread widespread, just think about it, fam. Just think about the death total, and death total is going to go up too. It's at 24. Just think about 23 people's missing. Just think about it, man. And the fire is not going out anytime soon. You got a new fire in Ventura. Just think about it, fam. Just think about this. Just get rid of all the evidence in Hollywood, man. It's a bigger cover up, man. It's bigger than what you think it is, man. And you think that Diddy's gonna get let go because we're gonna have Trump in office, and Trump is a good friend of Diddy's, man. Like I said, man, a lot of these things that you hear, like I said, you hear from Rap 100 saying that he's gonna beat this case, he's gonna come home, man. You know what I mean? But if you read between the lines, if you see what's going on, if you see it for yourself, fam, I don't think Diddy's gonna be let go like that. But one thing I do, fam, one thing I do know, fam, and one thing I do see, fam, is that Hollywood, we seeing for what it is. You know what I mean? And a lot of people's homes was, burnt. A lot of celebrities' house was gone. You know what I mean? And it's just to get rid of the evidence, Diddy situation. There's still people got to come forward. At the end of the day, there's still, we can speculate, we can, but at the end of the day, You know what I mean? Why was Hollywood the biggest cover up, man? You know what I mean? Why was Hollywood the biggest cover up? You got Jay-Z involved in the 13-year-old girl. Jay-Z and Beyonce house was burnt since last month. It wasn't burnt this month, it was burned last month. So there's a lot of things flowing around, man. Then I want to say what Jab Wright had to say about there's 20 different celebrity got HIV. A lot of people, a lot of rumors are saying that Diddy got STD. So there's a lot of things surfing right now. I mean, he's wanted for the arson. He's wanted. For the sex trafficking. He's wanted for sexual abuse, sexual conduct, and And the list is just keep going, man. Tony Buzzy got over 120 allegations. He got co-conspirators. So he got big names, and the list is just going to keep piling and piling as you look at it. You know, Cassidy. Cassidy is charged with allegation, but Cassidy is coming out saying doing these freak off. All the freak offs was consensual. But here's my thing. Here's why I think Diddy gonna go down. They got video of him dragging Cassidy, beating Cassidy. And he could have had settled. He could have settled, and maybe we wouldn't have been talking about this. Maybe we wouldn't have been talking about this, fam. But this is gonna be one of the biggest cover-ups. You can't just make this kind of stuff up, fam. Hollywood's still burning as we speak. There's new fire still going on, fam. It's going to be a biggest cover up. They trying to get rid of all evidence before his trial gets underway, fam. Diddy was saying in prison, burn the pizza. You gotta read, and just read everything Diddy is saying, man. Read between the lines, man. He's using slang, man. He's using these slang, and you gotta read, burn the pizza. What is that saying? That means burn Hollywood. Burn up the evidence, man. Burn up the evidence. Burn up everything. Get rid of evidence. Come on, man. Come on, man. Because there's a lot of things that's going on in Hollywood, man. And they want to keep this, They want to really, water this thing down and want to keep it a secret. They don't want a lot of people to know what's going on. People was paid to keep their mouth shut. Now you got these fires, you got these celebrity houses burned down, and if you really look at it, they're not really concerned why the house is burnt. They're not concerned why the houses is burnt. Come on, man. Diddy threw the wild parties, man. Diddy is the party. He's the after party. He's the party in LA, man. Ain't no party like a Diddy's party, man. He throws the parties in LA. He threw the big parties in LA, and the people in Hollywood missed that, man. Let's think about it, man. Let's think about it. Diddy threw all of the wild parties in LA, man. Let's think about it, fam. Y'all got to think about this, fam. He threw all the biggest parties in LA, man.
Any locks on the doors? It's sounding kind of dangerous now. It's a little kinky, but yeah, broccoli, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah. Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot? You don't have no air conditioning. No air conditioning. Why is that? Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
Do you ever see any of?
Take this back some, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. He threw the biggest parties. You gotta understand this man, Diddy, man. He's the mastermind. He's the mastermind of it all, man. He's the mastermind of Hollywood. Diddy runs Hollywood, man. You gotta understand that he threw the biggest parties in Hollywood, man. Ain't no party like a Diddy's party. He's not gonna be the only one to go down, man. Get rid of all evidence. Burn the pizza. What did that say? Get rid of all the evidence. Get rid of all of the evidence. We don't need no evidence. We need to get rid of all the evidence before my trial gets underway. We need to get rid of all evidence, man. Y'all got to read between the lines, man.
In that count, and that's surprising to me considering the amount of alleged victims there are in this case.
Do you think the fact that your client is a very big celebrity played a part in the Fed's decision to indict him?
I think it played the biggest part. I think it played a prominent part. I think that if he's not a big celebrity, he's just going about his life, without interference from the U.S. government.
Even though a lot of people now claim that they basically had knowledge of this, and it certainly was whispered about prior to becoming common knowledge, I do think that this is probably one of the most seismic events in the history of hip-hop.
I have never read 14 pages that contained so many shocking information and allegations.
This is the type of indictment you would expect from someone in the mafia, not somebody who runs a clothing line.
Matter of fact, you can call me Sean John.
An alcohol brand.
Let's be clear. Ciroc is for culture.
Someone who was at the top of the hip hop world.
What y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers.
To hear charges of transportation, of prostitution, sex trafficking, it was pretty astonishing.
You mentioned the mafia. The mafia tends to operate underground. Diddy operated way above ground for 16 years, according to the feds. And there were maybe whispers about this, but none of this came to light.
The reality is, Diddy has had run-ins with the law several times, and it seems he always has gotten away with it. So this was really just a build-up. He was, of course, going to operate in plain sight because nothing ever happens to him until now.
I guess I'd say America loves a story of a good rise. America loves a story of a huge fall, and this is certainly up there, with any that we've seen. But I certainly didn't have any of this stuff on my bingo card. Covering Puffy for, over a decade. There's a lot you can say about the guy, but this stuff just didn't come up in my reporting, and I think it took all of us by surprise.
Am I surprised by the allegations? No. These are rumors that have been floating around the industry for decades now. Some people have seen them firsthand. Some people have just heard about them, directly. But many of us who've been in the music industry or music industry adjacent have been aware of Puff's behavior for many years.
Freakouts sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victim.
You see that all these you see what Cassie had to do, man. Cassie had to get herself out of the allegation, so she got to say that these freak off was consensual. But a lot of these freak off was people was being drugged. There was being drug overdose. There's some people forced, some people rape. Come on, man. These freak off wasn't consensual. So this is why people like Rap 100 coming out saying that Diddy's going to be free, he's going to beat this case, and Trump is going to support him. Trump is in enough trouble. You know what I mean? Trump is only going to serve one term. He's in enough trouble with his hush money, and he got all these other allegations. He got over 34 counts. You think Trump is going to sit back and let Diddy, do Diddy a favor? No. Diddy's going to get served with all these accusations. There's more accusations coming, man. I won't be surprised, like I said in my last video with you guys, Justin Bieber going to come out and tell his story. I won't be surprised Jimmy Fox come out. People like Cat Williams. You know what I mean? You got a whole list, man. You got big names going to come up, man. Diddy, what he did with Cassidy, man, you can pretty much wrap it up, man. What he did with Cassie, he pretty much wrap it up, man. You know what I mean? He should have settled the deal that they offered, and he wouldn't be here today talking about this Cassie and Diddy situation. You know what I mean? How you gonna get away with the arson that you got? How you gonna get away with the sex trafficking, the sex abuse? And not only that, the sex with the minor, the 13-year-old. Come on, you guys, if all this play and a role going to trial and he gets found guilty, that's it. That's it. And it's going to explain even more. It's going to explain even more about the Hollywood fires that have been the biggest cover-up in LA history, man. You know, these fires happen for a reason, to destroy all evidence, destroy witnesses. You know, before his case get underway, before this trial case get underway. Come on, you guys, y'all got to read between the lines, man. It's like Burger King, flame boil. It's like Burger King, man. Flame boil, man. Let's go.
Many of us who've been in the music industry or music industry adjacent have been aware of Puff's behavior for many years.
Freakouts sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant.
They called them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes. This was, you know, with the woman that was his woman at the time.
Yes, guys, over here, please.
And allegedly a third person. I've spoken to about a half a dozen of these different men involved, and I asked them, was there any indicia of lack of consent? And they said, absolutely not. We would never have gone forward a single step had it seemed like anybody in that room was not consenting. Was anyone high, too high? Was anyone drunk? No one was too high, no one was too drunk.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. Attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot. Okay.
The U.S. Attorney has said that the freak-off parties are going to be the core of this case. I've covered a lot of cases in my day. I cannot think of a single one that is more salacious than United States versus Sean Combs. I cannot think of anything that even comes close.
I can't either. And, you know, again, if we start hearing the details of what went down at these parties, I mean, I remember back in the day, the allure of a Diddy white party.
You won't hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things.
Everyone wanted to be there. It was so secretive. And to know that these parties will be on Front Street, we are gonna hear what happens, not just at these parties, but obviously these after parties. I kind of am hoping to hear the details, even as terrible and sordid as it may be, because it's astonishing that these things can be happening right underneath people's noses, very famous people.
If you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. Right. Gotta keep them there. Right. You need locks on the doors. Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now. It's a little kinky, but yeah, broccoli, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah. Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot? You don't have no air conditioning. No air conditioning. Why is that? Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
Do you ever see any of that in the parties that you threw or he threw? Did you ever get any sense of that kind of eventually evolving?
My spidey senses were always on high alert. And I know that there's no safety after a certain hour when you've got drinks flowing, and people behind your back doing drugs in bathrooms, 2 and 3 people walking out of a bathroom together. There's no safety in that. So could there potentially be? Absolutely. Did I see it? No, because I never stayed at a party late enough to see it.
Did you sense it?
Did I sense that there could be trouble? There could be trouble riding on the subway. Yes, I sensed it. Yes.
There's no way out for Diddy on this. I'm just telling you, there's no way out. All he's going to be able to do now is whine about his jail. He might get the better jail. He's going to whine about his tuna fish sandwich and his bunk and his naughty roommate. Have fun with that, Diddy.
Here's a man who has made some of the most important businesses owned by a black man. Run, owned, created, founded. The vision was that of a black man. What have we done? We have reduced him, not everyone, but a large amount of our society, to being a monster. That should make us shake in our boots.
Down here at Pura Vida by my pad, run into the man right here. What's up?
The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
This is the government scrutinizing his businesses are fine. Scrutinizing the taxes, he pays his taxes. He does everything right. What's the last vestige? We're gonna go into his bedroom. We're gonna go into his bedroom because maybe we don't like the way he's having sex.
Diddy, come on, look at something.
I really wanted to get somebody who is just all over this genre. And I want to talk to you about the whispers. Because according to prosecutors, this has been going on for 16 years at least. And yet nothing surfaced publicly until Cassie. So what were the whispers over the years? What were people saying?
There was a lot of talk of parties or Diddy parties as they're kind of known now. It was always sort of known that if you went to a party at Puff's house and were you to stay past certain hours, that you might be introduced to some sort of, massive orgy, or there was just a lot of whispers about what it might have consisted of.
We this motherfucking bad boy, bitch. We love everybody.
Certainly, I don't think that it was common knowledge that there was so much non-consensual stuff going on or any of the seedier allegations, but it was definitely discussed.
Years ago, Diddy was on Ellen DeGeneres' talk show, and she even joked about that.
I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I listen to the music. I've heard that song After Party.
No, I mean, I think everybody knew that Diddy was a highly sexual individual and that he certainly was a fan of drugs in general.
How could this go under the radar for 16 years?
I think that Diddy, over those years before he was apprehended, I think that it was just his ego just kept inflating and he kept getting away with more and more things. If you go back to...
Yeah, you gotta understand, man, Diddy mom was a drug dealer. Actually, his daddy was a drug dealer in Queens, man. One of the biggest drug pens, man. Like I said, man, they had all the freak off parties, had all the drinks, they had all the prostitutes, they had all the women, they had all the gays, they had all the homosexuals. Man, Diddy had a wild life, man. His daddy, but see, the difference is his daddy was in the picture. You know what I mean? So Diddy had to grow up fast, and when you have to grow up fast, you have to make your own decisions in life, man. And Diddy ain't made the right decisions in his life, man. You know what I mean? He went to school, had a good education and things like that, but you gotta think about his life, man. You gotta think, and he's blaming his mom for his failure. You know what I mean? Here he is now, 54 years old, and he's sitting back blaming his mom for his failure. It's sad, man. It's sad that this man had to go down the way he did, man. And I'm gonna say it like this, man. I'm gonna say it like this. Rack for Rack 100 to come out saying that Diddy gonna beat his case and Trump is gonna, you know what I mean, support Diddy. Trump got his own accusation. Trump is not going to support Diddy in this case, man. You know what I mean? I just want to tell Rack 100 he's not going to support Diddy in his case, man. Diddy got an arson. He got a sexual assault. He got a sexual underage with a 13-year-old. You know, and all this is happening, fam. You know what I mean? This is why I'm coming out telling you guys, man. Even Diddy is coming out making these claims about the freak off on the tape that with Cassie that all this stuff was 100% consensual. But you got to think about it, fam. You got to think about how many people was drugged, how many people was raped. Children was involved. Children was there. Just think about it, fam. You're not going to get away with these allegations. You can run, but you can't hide. There's a lot of big names that's going to come forward that Tony Buzz is going to expose. You know what I mean? So, you know, right now, everybody knowing what's going on, man. Everybody's seeing it. Everybody's seeing this Hollywood, LA, these wildfires is one of the biggest cover-ups, man. You know what I mean? It's one of the biggest cover-up to get rid of evidence, man, before his trial gets underway, man. Can't make this stuff up, man. And if the feds really dig deep and see that Diddy, you know what I mean, was doing these things inside the jail, like burn the pizza, get rid of the pizza, what did that tell you? What do that tell? That means, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Start these fires to get rid of all evidence. You know what I mean? It was over 70 celebrity people lost their homes, man. 70 celebrities lost their homes, man. You know what I mean? And they had the black news that, you know what I mean, that they didn't tell you guys that Beyonce and Jay-Z's house was the first ones burned down in Malibu. But if you go to the white news is telling everything. And you go to the white news, to the white news is more accurate than the black news today. This is why this thing been the biggest cover up in LA, man. You know what I mean? And you still got the fire still going off. They trying to get rid of much evidence that they can before his trial gets on the way, man. Can y'all see the picture, man? Can y'all read between the lines, see the biggest picture, man, that they've been doing, man? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to see the picture, man. Y'all got to see the picture. What's going on, man, in LA, man. These wildfires, it ain't happening to be happening, man. Diddy ain't got so long for his trial to come underway, man. They trying to get rid of all evidence. Now, Tony Buzzy is trying to subpoena in, you know what I mean, witnesses. You know what I mean? And he got over 120 witnesses. You know what I mean? So he got these co-conspirators. You know what I mean? Justin Bieber is willing to tell his story. You know what I mean? A lot of these people was paid to keep their mouth shut, man. But it's time. It's time to tell the truth, man. You know what I mean? It's time. It's time. You can't hide. You can't hide it. But I got like 9 people, man, and I need y'all to smash this like button, man. Let's get this thing started, man. We got a long way, man. Cause I gotta talk to you guys, man. We got a long way, and I need to talk to you guys what's going on in Hollywood, what they really don't want you to know, man. And I want to say where Jab Wright was saying there's 20 celebrities got that shit. And she named the game. The game's supposed to have HIV. Puff Daddy, he's supposed to have STD in the jail, man. Come on, we got to get this thing started, fam. There's a lot of stuff flowing on in Hollywood, man. They don't want you to know, man. So Jab Wright was right all the time. She got 20 names that she got to list, and she said she ain't gonna list it till she gets on the podcast. Let's go, man. Let's get this thing going, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Shine incident. That was an incident in which he assaulted somebody in a nightclub in front of, presumably hundreds of powerful people, influential people.
Prosecutors then say one of Combs' associates, 19-year-old Jamal Barrow, also known as the rapper Shine, opened fire while Combs reportedly pulled out a pistol of his own.
And he got away with it. He was able to make this young artist basically take the fall for him.
I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club. I want to make this 100% clear. I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club. And I feel terrible that people were...
Yeah, he's saying he ain't got nothing to do with the shooting in the club, right? But he put his buddy that did 12 years, man. He put Shine to do 12 years, and he's telling the press that he didn't have nothing to do with the shooting, man. You see how it's all adding up. You see how it's all catching up. Come on, man. This is an inside job Diddy had to get all this fire in LA to happen the way it did, to get rid of all evidence, man. Get rid of all evidence. He says, burn the pizza, man. Y'all not people to play, man. I need y'all to smash that like button, but y'all not people to play, man. Why Hollywood's burned down? Why Hollywood been the biggest cover-up, man? Why did Jay-Z and Beyonce house was the first one to be burned down in Malibu, man? Come on, man. Y'all not people to play, man. You got Tony Buzzy subpoenaing witnesses, right? But if you think about with the wildfires that's still going on in LA, right? They trying to get rid of a lot of evidence. There's 24 deaths already. The death total went up to 24. 23 people is missing. We don't know if his kids missing, right? But his trial is probably about a couple of months away, maybe 2 or 3 months away, right? They trying to get rid of all evidence, right? They got to get rid of all evidence in this case, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to read between the lines, man. Why would Hollywood, burn down? Why was 70 celebrities' house burned down, man? Y'all gotta really read between the lines, man. But I got 15 people here, man. I need y'all to smash that like button, man. Because y'all gotta know what's going on. Y'all gotta really read between the lines. You got Cassidy, is involved in the allegation, but she's coming out saying that these freak-offs was 100% consensual, man. She's telling the tale, man. She's telling her tale, man. Some of these freak-offs was people with drug overdose, people was forced, people was raped. We don't know if kids was involved. You know what I mean? So come on, y'all. Then you, like I said, you got people like Rack 100s coming out saying that, yeah, Diddy's he's gonna beat this case. They got all these false allegations, right? And you think Donald Trump is gonna support this, man? Trump is in trouble. He got his own legal issues, man. Come on, man. Trump is only gonna serve 1 term, man. But you think Trump is gonna bail Diddy out of his situation, man? Come on, man. We just gonna all wait and see, man.
Right that night.
Señor Ramírez, ¿cómo está?
¿Hay alguna opción más económica para mi nueva receta de Medicare?
Medicare. Pero si para eso de 45. Creo que sí.
Obtén ayuda con tu receta de Medicare en tu vecindario.
I am Natanya Rubin. I'm a mom. I'm a business owner. I'm a daughter. And I am a victim of gun violence.
3 people inside the club were injured, 2 of them critically, including a young woman with a bullet lodged in her cheek.
I am the woman who was shot on December 27, 1999 in Club New York by Sean Puffy Combs. I have said it from that day, and I will say it till I die. I just watched Shine and Puffy start backing back towards the door, like you would see in any movie when someone is backing away from a scene, but reaching to their side. They were reaching to their side, backing away from the scene to get to the front door. I turned around to tell my friends, oh my God, watch out. I think they're gonna, this is getting crazy. I think they're gonna shoot. I saw the muzzle flash and the bullet slammed into my face. I watched them. I watched both of them fire their guns.
Do you have any sense of which person fired the shot that hit you?
Absolutely. Shine was closest to the bar. Puffy was closest to me.
remember one thing. This man testified to a jury in 2001, and he saw 12 New Yorkers look him dead in the eye and say, "You're not guilty."
Why do you think it took 16 years for authorities to really come down hard on Diddy, given what you say happened to you, what happened to Cassie, and what allegedly happened to many other people?
There's an old adage, every dog has his day. This victory is not.
You see what she's saying, man? Every dog has their day, man. Look, man, you make your bed, however you make your bed, you know what I mean? You gotta lay in it. I say it again, however you made your bed, you gotta lay in it. You know what I mean? You're not, and I don't care, you know what I mean? If Trump is president, when he start his nomination, I don't care. Trump is not going to save you. Hollywood can run, but I say it again, they can't hide. Damn it, you can run, but you can't hide. And all of them, and Tony Buzzy got names, and he says, man, we got big names, man. You can run, but you can't hide, man. You know what I mean? And they got, you know what I mean? They got a list of names, man. People, and you got some of these celebrities is willing to tell, man. It's willing to give their story, man. This thing is far from over, man. So you know what I mean? Look, y'all need to smash that like button, man. I'm giving y'all some real shit, man. You know what I mean? Jab Wright came out saying she knows 20 celebrities right now got that shit. Got that HIV, man. She knows 20 celebrities got that HIV, man. The Game is 1. You know what I mean? Diddy is 2. And then she says she's not going to name till she get on her podcast, man. Come on, man. You can't make this shit up, man. You know what I mean? You talking to someone that been to LA. I seen how these freak off get down. I seen, you know what I mean, these parties, what it is. Man on man, right? You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? You can't make this kind of stuff up, man. You can't make this kind of stuff up. But I got 11 of you, man, on. I need y'all to smash that like button, though. Because Diddy is not getting away with this. I don't care who's running in office. I don't care what Rack 100 is talking about. Because they support homosexuality. That's just to tell you, people like Rack 100 support homosexuality, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I want to say something to you, fam. When it's revolving kids, you know what I mean? Things like that, fam. Now we here, you know what I mean? We here to bring an end to this crap, fam. You know what I mean? We here to bring an end to this crap, fam. And many of us is here to bring an end to this crap, fam. Let's get it. BK, Burger King, let's get it, man.
It's a victory for Cassie, for Little Rod, for me. It's a victory for everyone who has felt the specter of violence, oppression, wickedness, evil, whatever. I am the fucking hardest hustler in the world. This is Savage Part 2. Don't tell me about shit. It's 2022 and I'm still a savage. Whenever I want to get whatever I fucking get.
People were definitely.
You see what he said? He get wherever he want. He got the jail. He got the jail in front of him, man. He's gonna get wherever he want. They're gonna get in this boy's booty hole, man. You know what I mean? I don't feel sorry for Diddy at all, man. When he did the Cassie, man, he said a hole that he can't get himself out of, man. And like I said, man, people like Jab Wright is exposing it, man. And it's more to come, man. She's exposing it, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Jab Wright, man. Cause she exposing it, man. I'm telling y'all, man. She got 20 names that she's gonna release, man. I'm telling y'all right now, man. She got 20 names that she is gonna release, man. And you guys, it's gonna blow some of you minds back, man.
Talking about his not just his emotional abuse, but his physical abuse and his temper and his anger and his treatment of women. And there was a lot of rumor and a lot of fear.
Fear of retaliation?
Fear of retaliation, fear of reputational damage, and fear of being called inauthentic by a culture that unfortunately values sexual violence.
The personality profile that I would assess to Puffy during the years we were working together was very hardworking, ingenious, creative, demanding, prone to temper tantrums. If he didn't have his way, screamed a lot.
Did y'all know that's the hustle? Make enough money to pay everybody so you don't do shit for being as happy as you can be. I want to be happy. I pay too many people.
I have heard that you would refer to Diddy as the problem child. Is that right?
Yes, I called him my problem child. I used to always joke that I had the notorious B.I.G. and I had the notorious V.I.P. And the notorious V.I.P. is Puffy.
I wanted everybody to meet Cassie. Y'all might have seen.
Sean Diddy Combs was a hero to a lot of people. He also fed a lot of mouths, and he kept a lot of people clothed and employed. So people were afraid to come out and talk about it. I mean, I interviewed his former makeup artist, Mile Morales.
So we can talk about what good he did, but the reason why people don't want to talk about it, man, because they was paid, man. They was paid to keep their mouth shut. Imagine you getting money and you seeing these freak off. You seeing people drug. You seeing, you know what I mean, people rape. People being stylized and children is being abused. And they paying you to keep your mouth shut, man. You know what I mean? They paying you to keep your mouth shut, man. You know what I mean? Hollywood is one of the biggest cover-ups, man. When you get like someone like Diddy go down, man, he was the party. He was see this is why people say ain't no party like a Diddy's party, man. He was the party, man. But when you got all these accusations against you and you got these claims against you, man, and the thing of it is, I want you guys just to understand, you got a lot of sick people, man. You got, and I'm gonna keep saying it, man. I'm gonna keep bringing this back up, man. With Rap 100 talking about he's gonna get let off, man. We living in a sick world, y'all. We live in a world that evil is accepted, man. Good can't come in, man. But this is what we living in, man. In this day and age, man, we living in a sick society, man. For people to say free Diddy, man, people like this kind of shit, man. People like this kind of shit, man. When it's got something to do with kids and it got something to do with people getting raped, it got something to do with people getting drugged, man. People like this kind of shit, man. It's sickening, man. It's sickening, man. It's a disgrace. It's sickening, man. This man should be underneath the jail, man. And many more need to go right along with him, man. You know what I mean? For people to come out, like I've been seeing a lot of videos today. I've been sitting back today and seeing a lot of videos about Cassidy, you know what I mean, claim that the freak off tapes was consensual. And a lot of people are making these kind of videos, man. A lot of people because you know why? Because she been right along with the allegations, man. So she gotta clear her name up, man. She gotta say what she gotta say, man, that yeah, it was consensual. You know what I mean? It was consensual. But how can you go about you being dragged in that hallway, kicked and beaten, you know what I mean, in that hallway, man? You can't, come on, man. How sick things is, man. How you gonna get away from that, man? See, a lot of people can run, but they can't hide, man. They can't hide. And then you got Jay-Z, right? He's in a room with kids. Diddy comes in the hallway, and before you see Jay-Z coming out, there was a man on the left-hand side looking in, and the first two words, you know what I mean, Jay-Z said, "Ooh, you put that thing in him. Ooh, you put that thing in him." You know how sickening that is, man? You know what that tells me, man? Ooh, you drugged them. Ooh, you put that thing in them. Ooh, you drugged them. You put that thing in them. You know how sick this industry is? The industry going straight down to hell. Now we don't know how the fires were started, fam. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people saying that there was orbs hovering through LA, Los Angeles. We don't know how these fires were started, fam, but I'm gonna tell you something. Fam. I'm gonna tell you this, fam. I want y'all to listen carefully too. Why is these fires was happening in the rich neighborhoods where all the celebrity live? Didn't happen in poor neighborhoods, but it happened in rich neighborhoods. You know what I mean? It happened in the rich neighborhoods, man. Come on, man. Y'all can't make this stuff up, man. They trying to get rid of all evidence, man. They trying to get rid of all evidence before Diddy's trial gets underway, before this WICO trial gets underway. They trying to get rid of all evidence, man. They're trying to destroy all evidence. You got one party trying to subpoena in witnesses, got cold conspirators, right? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The fire is still burning. You know what I mean? It's not showing no signs slowing down, right? Y'all watching it on the news, man. You're watching it on the black news or the white news. I think the white news is more consistent than the black news, because if you watch the black news, just like nobody would have known that Jay-Z and Beyonce house was burned last month. It was burned last month. Their house was the first one burned. You know what I mean? You can't make this stuff up, man. You know, like I said, man. You know, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go, man.
Who said she was horrified at what she heard. She heard him beating Cassie behind closed doors and basically got her out of there, packed her bags, and then, took her to see a doctor. So I think people were afraid of their, for their careers. They were afraid for their livelihoods.
He was very quick to anger. He was quick to have a reaction to things, and he really felt that he was impenetrable. He felt that nobody could go after him, that nobody could take him down. He had a God complex. Puffy really had a God complex, and that defined a lot of his interactions with people that he considered lesser than.
Act bad is gonna be an act bad summer. Act bad just means being free.
Look, man, you got people like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber want to tell his story. Justin Bieber unfollowed Usher because you know why? You know why Justin Bieber followed Usher? Because Usher is the one that's gonna keep his mouth shut. Usher was the one that experienced the freak off at the age of 13, man. And Justin Bieber is like, man, I'm finna unfollow you because look, man, Justin Bieber wants to tell his story, man. I know deep down inside the way he's feeling right now, the way that Diddy did him and molested him, Justin Bieber got a story to tell, man. And you got guys like Usher, you know what I mean? See, look, you got to read between the lines here, man. They want a conviction with this man, man. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't want his collateral. They don't want his $50 million. The judge and them don't want that, man. They want a conviction. There's a lot of people know that this man is guilty, man. And he got away before. He got away before. Now the feds is doing their old dirty work. They putting the king pieces out. They putting the big king pieces out, man. This is old police work. They build a case against you. You can run so much, but you can't hide, man. Let's go.
Let him go. Not giving a fuck. You ready to act bad?
Diddy was able to get away with lots of stuff for a long time for a few reasons. One, he was cast in the public image as the alternative to Suge Knight. Suge's the big bad monster. Diddy's the nice guy that wants to get along. Diddy is also quite charming. He will disarm you with his smile, with his conversation. And in my interactions with him, he's a very nice guy. I have nothing bad to say about him. I've never had a bad interaction with Diddy.
And then there's also the fact that Diddy is quite powerful.
What more do I have to do, man? Look at my hat, man. Look at my hat. Look how I show up on the Amalfi Coast, B. Am I letting y'all down? Let me know. Am I not representing y'all the right way? You know what I'm saying? The fuck?
New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs wearing only a towel, assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016.
I think the Cassie video was the moment where everybody in hip-hop basically had to stop pretending that this was all a witch hunt. I think that there was a strong incentive for a lot of people to basically say, well, Diddy, he's a sexual guy, he's a freaky guy, he may or may not be bisexual, but was he an abuser? Was he a monster? No way, I don't believe that. But then when you see that video, it's kind of hard to imagine this guy actually having a sane, rational, normal sex life when you could witness him behaving in such a way to his longtime girlfriend. So I think that when that tape hit, it really kind of changed the game.
But we are able to shun him, and he should be treated like the leper, the social leper and criminal he is. We saw him commit assault.
When I saw the video with Cassie running for her life, I cried my eyes out and wondered how she got there and how he got to a place where he could brutalize someone in that way and think that he could get away with it.
Everybody on this side right here.
When I got the nerve to really watch it and analyze it, I was stricken with how easily he delivered the blows.
As Ventura lies on the ground, Combs then kicks her twice.
Anybody who has watched that video, and I imagine millions of people have watched that video, you can't watch it and think that is a man that has compassion, that is a man that treats women well. There's no excuse for anything that happened on that video, and he's gonna have a hard time convincing anyone, especially a jury, that he's a stand-up guy and has been for years, and that was just a one-off thing.
I think that it is game over. There may have been a path forward before we saw him in action, but now that we've seen him physically assault Cassie, I just don't see how any of us can erase that from our minds.
Mr. Combs himself, went publicly and apologized for the video. And it was hard to watch for him. It was hard to watch for me. It's hard to watch for anyone. That being said, it is not evidence of sex trafficking. There was a certain level of toxicity and drug use in the 10-year relationship between Mr. Combs and the woman that he was in love with, very much in love with, and who was very much in love with him for a period of 10 years. Their difficulties did not stem from their intimate time together. Their difficulties stemmed from the fact that she was cheating on him and he was cheating on her. And what we see in that video is terrible. It's
See, Diddy got a big ego, man. His infidelity, man. He's a party pooper, man. You know what I mean? Both him and Cassie was cheating on each other, man. You know what I mean? But what allowed Diddy to be so abusive today, man? The drugs. Remember, his mom was a drug user, was a drug, dealer. You know what I mean? Daddy was a drug dealer. Daddy wasn't in his life. Diddy probably was molested when he was a child. You know what I mean? She had all the wild freak-offs. You had the gays, lesbians. You had all this stuff going on from his childhood, man. You can't make this stuff up. Diddy was molested. Now he molested boys and girls. He's a molester. He's the predator. You know what I mean? He's a woman beater. What allowed Diddy to be the man that he is today? You see? You can't make this up. How he's going to go around this one? They got this on camera, and he could have settled in court. He could have settled in court, and we wouldn't be talking about this. Now Cassie is involved in allegations. Now Cassie coming up with these, you know what I mean, these new tapes, the 9 tapes that she's talking about, that all this was consensual. But you know what? Tony Buzzy got co-conspirators. Someone's going to tell. Someone's going to drop the bombshell. And I won't be surprised if it's Cat Williams and other people, big names that's coming forward, man. Gonna drop the bombshell, man. Diddy is done. He know he is. He know he fucked up and made the mistake. You know what I mean? Drugs was involved. Drug had Diddy the way that he is today, man. Can't make this crap up, man. Diddy is a woman beater, and he's know that his life is over with. He's ruined his life, man. He know his life is over. And Trump is not going to save him, because Trump got his own legal issues, man. Like I said, Trump got 34 accounts. He got his own legal issue. You think Trump is going to bail him out? Rack 100, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you to come out and say that Diddy's coming home. Sick individual. See, you know what that tells me? You represent homosexual. You represent that homosexuality shit. I'm sorry, man. I gotta call Ace a spade. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna water this thing down. See, a lot of y'all want me to water this down, man. But people got sick, perverted minds. I say it again. You got people that got sick, perverted minds. They like to see this man be free. He's a monster. Can you see it? He's a monster. His mama made him this way. He's a monster. He's a grown-ass man, 54 years old, accusing his mama for being the way he is today. You're a grown-ass man. You made your bed. Now you gotta lay in it, fool. I say it again. You made your bed. Now you gotta lay in it, fool.
Unforgivable, and we don't seek to forgive it. But it's not related to the charge.
There were the folks who would say, what was she doing? Anybody who's accused of beating a woman or putting their hands on a woman, what did we don't know what she was doing before that to cause him to do that. Well, there's nothing that you can do to call.
It don't matter what she was doing. She's a woman, fool. It don't matter what she was doing. It don't matter if she was in the wrong, fool. At the end of the day, she's a woman. You know, man don't have no business putting their hands on a woman. It don't matter what she was doing. She can be sucking someone off and be doing the wrong thing. It don't matter what she was doing. But you know what? A man don't have no right to put their hands on a woman. No matter what she was doing. No matter if she was cheating with 20 guys. Damn it. Diddy is guilty. He ain't had no business putting his hands on Cassie, man. He should have settled. I bet you if you hit that reset button, see, Hollywood got to, you know what I mean, hit that reset button, man. See, these fire wasn't coincident. The fire would happen to cover up all the evidence that they can cover up for the one man that threw the best party in LA. You know what I mean? The people won't miss Diddy. You know what I mean? In Hollywood, you know, you got to understand the secret society in Hollywood. They don't want to tell on one another. They want to keep this thing a secret and sweep it on the rug much as they can. If it takes to get rid of evidence, if it takes for celebrity homes to get burned down, man. You know what I mean? Lives to be taken, man. See, you got to understand the secret society. They follow all under the blood sacrifice, man. Y'all not people to play, man. 24 people dead, and the number is still going to go up. 23 people is missing. We don't know his kids missing. Come on, y'all, man. I need y'all to smash this like button, man. I need y'all really smash that like button for me, man. Because what I'm finna tell you guys what I know, what goes on. They don't want to tell you. They got black news and the white news. I'm gonna believe the white news before I believe the black news. Jay-Z and Beyonce house was burnt down. Their house was the first one to go. Yeah, BK, flame boiled. BK, have it your way.
Someone to react that way. No one deserves to be beaten like that. What's up, Diddy?
How you doing,
How you doing, man? Do you think the defense will try and argue to the judge that the Cassie video is so incendiary, so inflammatory, so prejudicial that he couldn't get a fair trial if the jury absorbs it, so that they would try to keep it out because it's simply too prejudicial? Is that something that would argue, and is it something that would fly?
You're a lawyer, huh? So that's the great argument, Harvey. So yes, that's something that they would argue. That's something that they definitely will argue. I would argue it because it's not tied into these freak-offs. This whole thing is about these sex romps, the sex trafficking. That's an isolated incident that has nothing to do with the sex trafficking, these freak-offs.
Is it something that would fly?
You're a lawyer, huh? So that's the great argument, Harvey. So yes, that's something that they would argue. That's something that they definitely will argue. I would argue it because it's not tied into these freak-offs. This whole thing is about these sex romps, the sex trafficking. That's an isolated incident that has nothing to do with the sex trafficking, these freak-offs, the prostitution, the lack of consent for sex, the coercion. That is a fight between a couple. An ugly fight between a couple, and like you just said, that will inflame the passions of a jury. Anyone who looks at that is disgusted. I'm disgusted looking at that. How do you hit a woman? I mean, it's just, to me, it's a horrible thing, and the prejudicial value will clearly outweigh the probative value in this instance. Will the judge preclude it? Probably not, the way things have been going for him, because the prosecution is going to argue it's a pattern of his behavior, including violent behavior that he employed against women.
The Cassie video was such a big deal, but really him throwing his girlfriend on the ground in the hotel hallway, that kind of pales in comparison to a lot of the things that have been alleged in this indictment. So if there's further video footage, and presumably there's a lot of this footage, it's getting crazy.
Harvey, talk about the Cassie video being inflammatory to a jury. Wait till they see the freak-off videos, okay? Cassie Ventura video, that's child's play compared to what they're going to see in freak-off video.
Now at BJ's Restaurants, discover the new $13 Pizookie Meal Deal. With a choice of 8 great brewhouse entrees, like hand-breaded chicken parmigiana pasta or our classic cheeseburger. And the sweetest ending ever, a free personal Pizookie dessert. Your choice of signature flavors. An entree plus free dessert, just $13. That's a sweet deal. Only at BJ's Restaurant and Brewhouse.
To do a great job, you need the right tools and the right training. Northwest College can train you for a new healthcare career, like surgical tech, in less time than you think. You'll get hands-on experience working with the same tools and technology you'll use in the field. And because Northwest College is dedicated to making career training affordable, it's easy to get trained and launch your new career. Explore your options at nw.edu. Northwest College. Healthcare careers start here.
Señor Ramírez, ¿cómo está?
¿Hay alguna opción más económica para mi nueva receta de Medicare?
Medicare. Pero si parece de 45. Creo que sí.
Obtén ayuda con tu receta de Medicare en tu vecindario.
And freak-off videos.
R&B singer Cassie has accused hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs of rape and a decade of physical abuse. The two were romantically involved for years, but in a lawsuit, Cassie says there was a pattern of control, drug use, and forced sexual encounters.
I find it unbelievable
that Diddy did not settle that lawsuit before it got filed. And especially knowing that there was surveillance video of the incident in 2016, that if he would have settled with her, we may not be talking about this today. Cassie is the one that opened Pandora's box. And had she just gotten the money, gone away, Diddy might be a free man today.
I have to imagine when Diddy woke up in his jail cell that first day, he thought, why didn't I just take the deal? Because exactly that. If he had just settled, we probably would have never known any of this went down. So for us, it's a blessing, because if he is found guilty of all of the things that are alleged in this indictment, we don't want a person like that walking around in society.
Main emotion I always get when I see a man putting hands on a woman in this way is just disgust and disappointment. Like, yeah, Diddy needed his ass beat. Like, I wish Cassie would have had a gun on her and would have shot him right there on the spot.
Honestly, I don't understand how this case was handled on behalf of P. Diddy, on behalf of Combs. There's no reason to have those settlement negotiations, which they were engaged in for quite some time, not agree to a settlement, let her file the case, have a front page of every newspaper have explosive allegations against your client, and then settle one day later. And that was absolutely the worst of all worlds, because what you have is now an allegation that destroys reputationally this guy. It's actually what started this federal investigation.
Had Diddy settled with Cassie before she filed a lawsuit, you and I might not be speaking today.
I agree with you 100%. There's no criminal case if that happens.
The lawyers let her file a lawsuit, settle 24 hours later, and open Pandora's box. That's pretty incredible.
And unfortunate. Had it been settled quietly, they would have never have known about it to have the opportunity to do what they did.
He must be kicking himself for that.
He is so focused on trying to right this wrong that it's actually giving him a form of strength and a form of confidence that I think is going to get him through this difficult time period. There's an adage that we have in my office: don't tell me what I did wrong, tell me what I do next. And that's where he is.
Cassie Ventura's bombshell lawsuit in November that opened the door, really the floodgates, for all these similar allegations to come forward.
Well, this latest lawsuit was filed by adult film star Adria English. She alleges that she was forced to drink alcohol and consume drugs, and then was, quote, passed off to be sexually assaulted.
In a 79-page lawsuit filed by a music producer who claims to have worked with and lived with Sean Combs for a period of time, alleges there were underage girls, hidden cameras, and sexual harassment at his home.
In a new lawsuit, Don Richard, who is a member of the Combs-formed group Danity Kane, accuses him of terrorizing and sexually abusing her for years.
Indicted music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing new sex assault allegations. A woman named Talia Graves just filed a lawsuit accusing him of drugging and then raping her. This is more than 2 decades ago.
It opened a Pandora's box, because what else it did was this: if you make a claim against me, within 24 hours, I will settle with you. So of course now the floodgates open. Legally, I don't understand. That was maybe the worst strategy I've ever seen in my life.
Shocking new accusations. His alleged victim humiliated and traumatized. Diddy's legal troubles just got bigger.
Sean Diddy Combs faces another new lawsuit, the second this week.
A fourth woman is now suing music mogul Sean Combs, claiming he sexually assaulted her when she was just a teenager. Now, another...
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in for the live, man. But we got to cover up this on another time, man. But till then, I'm out, man. I'm just out. I'm getting tired. But yeah, we got a lot of cover up to do. But I hope you guys tune in, man. It's just a lot of people right now going live. And, you know what I mean? I appreciate for those timed in, man. I really appreciate it. But till then, I'll catch you guys. I'm out.